We got RTA news. They finally like woke up and realized nobody's playing RTA. Yeah, they need some changes, man. The queues in RTA are insane right now because nobody is playing RTA. Well, okay, well, hang on. Let me pull up the news. We'll just take a quick look at that. Upcoming World Arena improvement notices. Okay, here we go. This is important, right? Because nobody's playing RTA right now. Everybody collectively said we hate the way you're doing RTA, and they said nah, it encapsulated excitement and all these other AI generated BS things, and we like, okay, you know what, we'll just find other games to play. And now it's like, you know, I've seen like 30 to 90 second queues. I've seen 2-minute queues. Just nobody's playing RTA. It's the last 2 weeks of the season, so hopefully they're going to do something to reel it back in. So what's their Hail Mary pass? Hello, this is Epic 7 Development Team. In the developer notes, we share details on the up-and-coming World Arena improvements and direction, which will be introduced with preseason beginning April 5th. Which will be introduced with the preseason beginning April 5th? Isn't that early? I thought Arena wasn't ending until the 13th. So I guess Arena is ending on the 5th, a week earlier than expected. Okay, please note that these features are currently in development and undergoing internal testings. They may be subject to change before release. The goal is to provide improvements. The goal of these improvements is to provide a different experience from the previous seasons while implementing them during the preseason for preliminary testing and validation. The battle frenzy effects in preseason will be just as follows. When a Covenant hero is attacked by an element they are resistant to, additional damage. Okay, so they're removing that tired old, this is how we're dealing with Hua Young, and it didn't deal with Fire Hua Young. So they're removing that. Increases the attack and defense of heroes. Increases the attack and defense of heroes. So defense penetration is going to be even more important. Increases the damage dealt of burns, bleeds, and bombs. Okay. I guess we have to see by how much. I like seeing them mess with frenzy. They've got this beautiful frenzy effects system, right? This beautiful frenzy effects system that they just haven't used in over a year. So it's nice to see them during preseason farting around with the frenzy system to try to find something to make it more interesting. I don't know that this will do much. First, the current effect. When a Covenant hero's attack... Yeah, they're removing that. The original purpose of this effect was to further emphasize elemental advantage and element-based strategy. Bullshit. The purpose of this was because Hua Young killed everything, and this was their attempt to have ice units survive Hua Young, and then they released some ice units to counter her, and surprise, Hua Young just one-shot them too. However, with the battle frenzy effect persisting for an extended period, we found this mechanic had become a restriction for Covenant heroes. Yeah, I mean, when was the last time you saw a diverse RGB environment in RTA, right? It's like, there's a couple of green units like Crow, or it's like Young Senya and Mort, and maybe the occasional RGB knight rolls in like Albedo or Crow, but 90% of the units that are picked are ML. To alleviate this limitation, we are making adjustments to create an environment where a wider variety of Covenant heroes will thrive in World Arena. You know what? I'm kind of okay with this. This entire thing existed because of Hua Young, and then once they nerfed Hua Young, it no longer had a place, so maybe this will be better. Next, the attack and defense of heroes will be increased. Turn 2 players aren't going to like this. I mean, attack is already more heavily weighted than defense. It's why cleave works. So it'll have to be a disproportionate boost, right? So this looks like they're trying to speed RTA up to make it, you know, get people to play more aggressively. And with defense penetration, I don't know. It'll be fun to see bigger numbers, but let's see what it says. In the current meta, attacker heroes who rely heavily on their base stats without special survival effects seem to be disadvantaged. To address this, we're increasing the overall defensive heroes to improve their survivability of attacker heroes. At the same time, attack will also be increased to ensure that tankier heroes do not become excessively difficult to defeat. I mean, Doesn't this move both needles up and really kind of not change much of anything except make defense pen heroes more brutal and HP scaling heroes a little less important? Maybe try to bring some defense heroes into the game. I'm not sure this will change much, but I think there's some niche interactions where this could be really, really good. Lastly, the damage dealt by burn, bleed, and bombs will be increased. This will have to be significant to really be impactful, I think. Outside of a few exceptions, heroes that rely on debuffs for their attacks generally struggle in the current meta. We believe the heroes are not receiving enough rewards to take the risk. To address this, we would be increasing the damage of burns, bleeds, and bombs, allowing heroes with specializing effect to make an impact. The exact values are currently undergoing continuous internal testing, sure, and further details will be provided in a future update notice. Okay, so they got to figure out how much they want to boost these, and I really hope we don't see Smilegate take the standard approach of, we got to be cautious and do it slowly. They need to go nuts. It's freaking preseason. Triple them, quadruple them, make it ridiculous. Make bleed, burn, and bomb heroes the most busted thing in the world, and then reel it back in. Tinker with it all throughout preseason. Every 2 weeks, change it a little bit. Every week, change it a little bit until you find the magic formula. Don't do continuous internal testing, because the one thing we've seen is continuous internal testing ain't worth a squirt of piss compared to massive external testing. Tens of thousands of min-maxing hardcore gamers out here trying ways to milk the system. We're the ones who find and break the game with these changes. Let us do it. It's preseason. Who cares? There's no rewards. There's no frames. There's nothing. Release it, drop it, make it stupid. Let us test it and then use that data to reel it in. It'll go so much better for you guys than internal testing, because I can't think of a time when continuous internal testing has kept us from finding a way to really milk the system. My 2 cents. Where were we? With the changes to Battle Frenzy, we expect to create a fresh gameplay experience, different from the current meta. However, we will carefully analyze its impact and continue refining the system as needed. What a bunch of lip service. Don't... Just throw it out there. Go crazy. Get messy. Do stuff that makes us go, were you guys freaking insane when you thought of this? Make preseason worth playing. Make preseason fun and wild and stupid and almost laughable, so that we can have some fun and you can use that data to guide us into an effective, new, and different actual competitive season. By implementing these adjustments in the preseason, we aim to further polish the site. Yes, that's the whole point of preseason that you guys haven't got for like 4 seasons now. I'm so glad they finally got it, guys. They can be taught. Use preseason to make RTA main season better. Okay, what is this now? A new league, Warlord. Okay, what everybody wanted. A whole ass new league. So, there's now a top 3,000 for Warlord. They're going to have to make a whole ass new icon for this one. After they went and made all kinds of new icons, whole ass new icon. Do we have the icon yet? With the start of preseason on April 5th, the new Warlord League will be added. Until now, Champion League had been exclusively other editions and this is fine. This is fine. I kind of like this because it was like Legend, Champion, or Emperor, Champion, and the Challenger, Masters. So it's nice that they, you know, further subdivide it, and they make it a good range too. I actually think I might have even gone top 5,000 for Warlord, you know? But, you know, top 3,000, good start. I kind of like this. To address the issues, we are introducing the new Warlord League for the top 3,000 players between Emperor and Champion Leagues. In addition, the entry point requirement for Champion and Challenger League will be lowered to improve overall accessibility. Oh my god. Why? Why say Champion's too big? Let's take a chunk of it and make a new league. And then we'll make Champion bigger. Okay, well, 99% of the players are still going to be in Champion, it looks like. That's stupid. Why would they do this? Anyway, and Challenger Leagues will be lowered. Yeah, I don't mind lowering Challenger to give people... But this was a big L. There's no reason to make Champion League bigger, right? It was already massive, so clearly people weren't having trouble getting there. It was the largest league by a ton, and taking 3,000 players out of that league is a pissing on a bonfire. It's really not going to have any effect over the size of Champion League. Lowering the requirements will, so whatever. I guess it's easier to get your champ frame now, so that Challenger and below is only going to be the very early game players. New mode, Lunatic Draft. Lunatic Draft. The new Lunatic Draft, featuring a ban pick system, is scheduled to be introduced in preseason. Featuring a Lunatic Draft featuring a new ban system. Okay, please note that this is a preview of the UI screen, still in development, and may not reflect the final in-game version. Lunatic Draft. The 10 heroes used in the previous round will be placed under Lunatic ban in the next round, making them unavailable, while pre-bans will accumulate as usual. Lunatic bans reset each round, making strategic round management crucial. With significant expanded list compared to round mode, this emphasizes the use of personal Joker picks to gain an edge. This mode is planned to be used in World Cup 2025. Guys, this is kind of fire. They're saying, well, who's going to do this when you're just going to climb ladder? Now people who want to play World Cup have got to kind of divide their attention, right? They've got to train on Lunatic mode while playing in normal mode to get their frames and stuff. Man, the top 10 are going to be a little bit pissed about this, I think. This mode is planned for World Cup, but will be first introduced during preseason and will be immediately available for play in the mock battle after update. I like it. I think this is a W. Whether or not the system is a W, whether or not the system works and stuff, I do like that this is effectively a way to slow down the monotony of seeing the same fights over and over and over again. And I like that they're going to say, hey, it's not just something that a handful of streamers will do in tournaments, that people are actively going to be doing this and training this. You're going to see your favorite streamers doing this because they want to get better at this so that they can perform, qualify, and get into World Cup. You know what I love about this is going, which Albedo was this? Which Ilanov was this? Is this my speed Zeo or my effectiveness Zeo? You can now just click on it and see it like, that's my effectiveness one. That's my speed one. This, I really, really, really like this. This is a really nice quality of life, and it keeps people from making mistakes. Please note that this is a preview of UI screen still under development. Now reflect the in-game version. Yeah. Previously in World Arena, it was difficult to check whether a selected hero had the correct artifact or equipment. Yeah, it'll also, like, if you're playing silly units, to go, wait, is this geared? I can't remember if this is geared. It'll let you see if it's geared. Check the sets. I love that this Cavill is on rage set and speed set. This is a 625 speed rage speed Cavill. I mean, talk about glass cannon though. He's only got 377 HP and 66 defense. But man, I tell you what, I bet rage set with 20,000 attack hits like a truck. Oh my god. Where's my Cavill? Where's my Rage Cavill? Where's my 625 speed, 20k health Rage Cavill? So I really like this. Nice QOL. That concludes the information on the upcoming preseason improvement updates. Please note that these features are still undergoing intensive development and testing, so they may be, it didn't say intensive, I'm just pretending it is. They may be subject to change upon release. We appreciate your understanding. In addition, the updates mentioned, we are also preparing further improvements to target the summer season, and the upcoming preseason editions will be shared in further notices. We are always monitoring your valuable feedback. Whatever. Our team will always be grateful for the passion and support our heirs have had for World Arena. We remain committed. Imagine if they had done this 6 months ago. Just imagine how good Epic 7 will be right now if they'd done this 6 months ago. It took them going, wow. We're seeing 2 and 3 minute long queues. Up top, where it should be super competitive during the last few weeks, we're seeing 1 and 2 minute long queues. It took them realizing their system had died on the vine, that lying to us and gaslighting us into thinking we were having fun. Crazy, it didn't work. Better late than never. I love a lot of this. I love that they're re-engaging the frenzy system. Whether or not you think this is going to be impactful or not, I love that we're re-engaging the frenzy system. We're going to try things. Hopefully they go nuts with it. I like that they're adding a new Warlord League. That's pretty cool. It gives people something to push for, to show achievement without being insanely sweaty. I hate that they're reducing the points that takes to get into champion. It's just going to make the champion league bloat even higher. I like that we're trying a new style of drafting, and I love that they are going to force people in the most competitive aspect of the game, the people who advertise the game to other people. They're going to force people to do it so we can see if we like it better than standard mode. And I bet whichever one is liked better is kind of the one that kind of becomes the standard. This the UI improvement, normally I scoff at UI improvements. I'm all like, who asked? But this is fantastic. This is the best improvement to a UI that I've seen Smilegate make since. This is just really good. I'm glad for this. Anybody that does Arena, World Arena, is going to be happy for this, especially if you have dupe units. And yeah, let's see what the people say. Let's see how the people like it. I like the Lunatic draft too, and some of the changes are good for Frenzy. I can't wait. Amazing changes. Keep up the good work. Actually good news. Guys, they've done the impossible. They have made Stove positive about the game. Bravo, Smilegate. You pulled out a W for a change. I'm happy for you. I'm looking forward to these changes. All right, guys, this is good news. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are excited for these changes. I am so happy that they're doing something that's going to make us re-engage with the game. It's just been bad. Let's not lie. It's been really, really, really bad. There's no sugarcoating this, and hopefully this helps bring it back.